What if there was a person that couldn't hear anybody except you? What would happen? You would have power over that person. You would have control over that person. You'd have a lot of control over that person. That person would trust you because you're the only person they could hear. What do you think censorship is? Why do you think they're censoring people? Why would they censor people? It's all about control. They want to be able to control people, control what people think. If there's only one source, if you're only hearing from one source, then you're more likely to believe that one source. If they censor everybody else to where you're not hearing these different viewpoints, these different opinions, then you're not going to stray from what they want you to believe. I mean, all these stories about these hero concealed carry, heroes. They're heroes, and they stop mass shootings before they take out so many people. But you never hear about it in the news. And when people try to talk about it, they censor them. But most importantly, they just don't report on it because most people watch the mainstream, the credible sources. So if people are not allowed to get any other source of news, or it's just they're not speaking about it, certain things that are happening, then the majority of people are going to only believe what they say. So there was this hero guy in Arizona. He had a concealed carry. The neighbor, they had a big party at this house. I don't even think the guy that had the concealed carry lived at the house, but his family lived there. They had a neighbor. Nobody really knew the neighbor very good, but they invited him to the party. Apparently they were all eating in the kitchen. They were hanging out along with the neighbor who nobody really knew. And so this concealed carry guy was in the other room. He started hearing shots. Bang, bang, bang. Apparently the concealed carry guy's two friends, two males, were both unfortunately taken out. So by the time he tried to turn around to react, he was shot in the eye, like from the side. And if you look at a picture of him now, like you can see his eye, one of his eyes all jacked up. Anyway, he falls down. His wife comes and he has blood all over him. And so she thinks he's dead. But then he comes to, he said, by the miracle of God, he comes to. He hears a bunch of women screaming for him. He pulls out his concealed carry, bang, 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 puts 3 or 4 rounds in the guy's chest, takes him out. And there was a bunch of kids. The kids, I guess the guy's wife took all the kids into a room downstairs and told them, or somewhere, and told them, don't make a sound. If you hear a lot of loud noise, don't make any movement, don't make any noise. Apparently there was a bunch of kids, there was a bunch of women, there was a lot of people. And the concealed carry guy said if it wasn't for him, the guy would have probably killed everybody. And then and even the concealed carry guy says that's when you would hear about it on the news. You would hear about it. Oh, this guy with this probably, who knows, automatic rifle. Who knows what he had, but that's probably what he had. But that's when you would have heard about it. If he would have killed everybody, so they can say we need to take guns. We need to take guns. This is a story where it shows we need to take people's guns. Let's punish the responsible people because this person. But since the guy had a concealed carry and took the guy out, no major news networks are reporting on it. And even he said it himself, no major news sources are reporting on it. It's like they only want you to hear what they want you to hear. They don't want you to hear anything else because you're easier to control. It's like the news could come out and say, the red sky is looks a little cloudy, and then I can come on and say on whatever YouTube or whatever and say, hey, check these guys out on the news. They said the sky was red. The sky is blue. What are these guys crazy? Censored. Even though I'm the one telling the truth, They want the control. It's not about truth. It's about control. It's not about truth. It's about control. They want 100% control, and that's why there's so much censorship. Prior to the internet, they were able to get away with a lot. They were able to lie. They were able to just do. I mean, they weren't as bad as they are now, but now they have people, coming out and telling or questioning things. Questioning, like, is that true? Is that right? We need to find out. Are we allowed to question? Prior to the internet, it was harder for people to question things and for a lot of people to see different opinions because they had almost 100% control because they controlled all what the news said. But when the internet came out, all of a sudden now the internet's a threat because people have different opinions. People can question, hey, are you guys lying? Look at all these inconsistencies. People can show all the inconsistencies. So they only show what they want you to see because they want control. It's not about the truth. It's about control. That's what it's all about. That's why they don't show any of these stories about, these heroes saving a bunch of people, from a shooter. They don't show these stories. But if there was nobody taking that person out, front page news. They put front page news, what helps them and what they want to accomplish, and anything that goes against what they want to accomplish, they sweep it under the rug. That's the way it works. Like this guy that saved all these people, all of his family, all of his, kids and friends and stuff like that. He should be blasted all over everywhere. Like those kind of things should be getting news. It's a freaking sad world we're living in. All this censorship. Yeah, we'll see where it goes. They basically just make up laws as they go along. Like, oh, well, we don't want this to happen. Well, let's pass this law so people are, they can't do it. Let's pass this law so people can't do it.